All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Let's go. Let's do this. Senator, 158. You got nothing left. You got nothing. Hey, Mike. 49 the mic. Watch 49. Right here. 49, guys.
Hey, team 6.
Inside. Go. Get up.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46.
Hey, take 26.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he connects with Vance McDonald. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs.
Here I come again. You got tape. You got tape right there. 49, guys. 30. Watch the run. Go. 49 the mic. Swing it out. Here we go.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
At the 16-yard line.
319. Don't get nervous. Jump out. Kill.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Senator, 258. Check you out. Hey, 88.
On 1st down, Rodgers. This will be caught by Brown. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. I don't think it's a surprise. Firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves,
got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Get
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To the air, Allen. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
High throw, but he makes the catch. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Blue draw Corker.
Going for it on fourth down. Allen over the middle, complete. It's Maxwell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on the drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And Singletary has it stripped. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
49.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Completes it to Hardman. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 30.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Rodgers. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after one. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. The 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 82 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Switch it. 26. Hey, exit. Zoom. check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Now it's Rodgers. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Steelers first down.
Rodgers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 49, guys. Hey, echo. Watch the screen.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Bravo.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
And again, it's Rodgers. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that
one. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a run with Singletary. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down.
2 yards on the pickup.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Now Scott. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
On first down, Singletary. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best moment.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check nickel. Watch safety creep.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Kill. Hey, 88. Hey, high 7.
Now Rodgers going to throw again. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Check. 49.
Hey, watch the slant.
49. Box it. Watch the curl. 49 to Mike.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's our time.
Throwing again. Allen. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing now is Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
358. Got one. Check 3. Hey, check 26.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Hey, 88.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running from the gun, Johnson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down.
49's the mic. Hey, Zoo, you better bring it. Check 4.
Working from the gun, Rodgers steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. It was Taron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Allen now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check Pilot, 64, weak.
Now Allen. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Jones has it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. Allen, that's to his running back, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first down, Scott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got the hook up to Dylan Cantrell. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this.
And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick-6. He's going to launch it for Washington and almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick-6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Rodgers. His throw incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and now it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
With it is Brown. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
On 2nd and 9, Allen, he's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Allen, and that will be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Allen going to go on 4th down. Caught by Jones. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach? Rush coming, and he's taken down. And that'll be marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the 1st half. And now they've gotten their 1st sack here in the 2nd half. Look out, they'll try to increase the pressure.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now this throw complete to Washington, and down inside the 15 he goes. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd.
And the ball is knocked out.
Let's go, baby.
The offense retains possession.
I got it.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Hey, throw me! Throw me! Got 4 down.
Greystone, Travis.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Allen. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The back.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide marks. Zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. for the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Allen will try again on second down. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are able to make things a bit more respectable. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Now Allen again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Blue 58. Kelly. Short left, Kelly.
Check. Lock.
Inside. Hey, Foxtrot.
Rodgers throwing here. And his throw is incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Complete to number 83. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Come on, set. Turn 2 soft.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.